Last time, we followed the ark to Beth Shemesh, where it was returned by the Philistines. Now, we're headed to the house of Abinadab in Kiriath Jearim, where the ark rested for years. But today, we've come to find out what happened next. Behind me is the house of Abinadab. Come along with me. Let's find out if the ark is still in there. Eli and I found the grandson of Abinadab. And guess what? He was very happy to share the story of the ark with us.
My grandfather told me that the ark stayed right here for many, many years. No one dared to touch it until one day the king came. His name was King David. Back in Jerusalem, he was sad because the Ark of the Covenant, the sign of God's presence, wasn't with him. My grandfather told me King David couldn't sleep. He couldn't rest in his palace. He said, "I will not lie on my bed. I will not close my eyes until I find a place for the Lord, a dwelling place for the mighty one of Jacob."
No sleep for my eyes.
He longed for God's presence to be near again, not just for the people, but for himself. He wanted to walk with God, to worship with joy, to know deep in his heart that the Lord was dwelling among them. David decided to go to Kiriath Jearim to bring the Ark of God back to Jerusalem. He wanted the presence of the Lord near, right in the heart of the city. So David gathered the people from towns and villages, fields and mountains, 30,000 strong. David was a king. He could have worn gold, a crown, robes that shimmered in the sun. But that day, he didn't want to look like a king. He wanted to look like a servant. David chose to wear a priest's ephod, a simple garment worn by those who served in worship. Because he wasn't coming to impress the people, he was coming to honor the Lord. They arrived at the house of Abinadab, and carefully, very carefully, the Ark of the Covenant was placed on a brand new cart. Then came the music, the dancing, the celebration, and they set off for Jerusalem, singing, smiling, hearts full. God was with them. Uzzah and Ahio, the sons of Abinadab, were guiding the cart as it carried the ark. But then the oxen stumbled, and Uzzah reached out his hand to steady it. But the ark was holy. And in that moment, he was struck down. David was afraid. This wasn't how he thought the journey would go, so he said, "How can the ark of the Lord ever come to me?" Instead of taking it to Jerusalem that day, David sent the ark to the home of Obed-Edom the Levite. There, in his quiet home, surrounded by olive trees and simple peace, the ark found a place to rest. Not in a palace, but in a home that honored God's presence.
I didn't expect this, Eli. It started with dancing and joy, but it ended in sorrow.
Me too. I can't believe it all ended like this.
But that was not the end of the story, children. Something wonderful was just beginning. For 3 months, the ark rested in Obed-Edom's home. And in that time, everything changed. His crops grew richer. His family laughed louder. Peace filled every corner of the house, because wherever God's presence rests, blessing follows. Word spread fast. Obed-Edom's house was overflowing with blessings. His and in Jerusalem, David heard. His sorrow gave way to wonder. Could it be? Was the Lord showing mercy? This time, David paused. He opened the scrolls. He listened to the priests, and he understood. The ark must be carried, not carted. So David prepared again, not with haste, but with reverence. He chose Levites, those called to bear the ark on their shoulders. He dressed in a linen ephod, humble and devoted. Then, with singers, priests, trumpets, and worship on their lips, they returned to Obed-Edom's home. And this time, they carried the ark as God commanded. With every 6 steps they stopped and offered a sacrifice. Step by step, song by song, they brought the ark back, not just to Jerusalem, but to the heart of a people longing for God.
The shofar sounds, the people cheer. God's holy presence now draws near. Now
the priests placed the ark in a special tent David had prepared, right in the heart of Jerusalem. He offered sacrifices of thanks to God, and the music rose again.
The King, oi, hallelujah.
There was singing, there was dancing, the joy returned. But not everyone was happy. From a window above, Michal watched, and her heart turned cold. She confronted David, but he answered with boldness, "I will celebrate before the Lord." His joy wasn't for show. It was for the one who chose him. Then David turned to the people. He served them bread, meat, and raisin cakes. He blessed them, and the rejoicing never stopped.
People sing, we're bringing back the ark of the King. Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Wow! King David really loved God.
He wasn't perfect, but he was passionate, brave, and honest with God.
And now we understand so much more about him, his worship, his heart, and why he cared so much about the ark.
I want to learn even more about King David, don't you?
See you next time, Bible Explorers!
God's holy presence now draws near. Now Alleluia, Adonai. We go up to the Lord. With joyful hearts we lift our cry. King David dances, the people sing. We're bringing back the ark of the King. Oi, hallelujah, hallelujah. Ronu Ladonai. Sing to the Lord. Yoferma.
The Adventures of Mariam and Eli.